Hello, I'm Zash, and welcome to episode 24 of my G-SEnjou no Maou, or The Devil on G-String Let's Read. Joining me, as always, is my co-reader Faith. Last episode, we began the Tsubaki ending, and it seems to be going fairly well for everyone involved. Tsubaki seems happy, Kyousuke seems happy, her family seems happy. Kyousuke's getting the loving family he never knew he always wanted. I know Kyousuke's mom loved him, and she was trying to do everything she could for him, but they were just too poor, too destitute to do anything about it. But now, after being adopted into the Miwa family, he knows what it's like to have a happy family life. So what possibly could go wrong? Please enjoy this happy ending. I'll leave it to you then.
Sure, I'll get it finished right away.
Just like last time, I asked her to organize some documents. After we're done here, let's go out to eat.
Sure.
Tsubaki obediently nodded. Since Tsubaki seems so eager to come today, I think I'll ask her to help more often. Then again, I think she'd probably just agree to do anything I asked of her.
Kyousuke-kun, do you want me to make some coffee?
Yeah, that'd be great. She's quite clever and never complains. Pretty much the perfect assistant.
Wait, Kyousuke-kun, do you have any dirty laundry?
Let's see, I got you kicked out of your home, I work for the Yakuza, I've probably ordered people to get killed. Yeah, it's in the hamper over there. Oh, I have some money that needs to be laundered too, while you're at it.
Yeah.
Nah, not really.
Too bad. I wanted to do it for you.
I don't know what on earth was making her so happy, but Tsubaki's face was filled with a smile the whole time. After around 2 hours, the job was pretty much finished. Well then, why don't we head out?
I can cook something if you'd rather stay in.
No, I need to pick up some things while we're out anyway.
What kind of things? Can I go with you?
Oh, there's the guns, there's the ammunition, there's the hookers and blow. I was already planning to have you come with me. After cleaning up a bit, we left the apartment. So, what are you feeling like as far as food goes?
I wonder.
What about that restaurant we went to last time? Their lunch menu isn't half bad. They even have salmon, I think. Salmon.
It sounds tempting, but I get all jittery in fancy places like that.
Seriously, they don't really care as long as you've got the money.
Yeah, no, but I understand. I don't like fancy places either.
Yeah. I guess I can understand.
I've been forcing myself lately. Maybe I'm just overexerting myself out of stubbornness. Makeup, nice clothes. They are necessities, but I honestly feel like you don't need too much.
Let's hit a low-key chain restaurant or something then.
That'd be nice. We should go somewhere with a lot of families. It'll be fun.
Somewhere with noisy kids, you mean?
She's used to noisy kids. Oh, they're so cute. Just watching them play makes the time seem to fly by in an instant.
Indeed. Despite the noise, it would make for a peaceful, restful experience. For you, maybe.
I love kids, so...
You know, I think what we're doing is normally called a date. After our late lunch, something was bugging me.
The food was really great. I had a lot of fun.
Tsubaki had been looking delightedly at a baby in the seat behind me the whole time. The thing that's bothering me is the change in my frame of mind.
600 yen, right?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I silently took her money. It's on me. It was at the tip of my tongue, but I swallowed it again.
What's wrong?
It'd be an entirely different situation if she just expected me to pay as the man in this relationship, but she's more than happy to go Dutch. It kinda makes me wonder what would happen if I decided to pick up her check. Then I'd be out 600 yen. Big whoop. I was surprised with myself for thinking along those lines. Let's go to the department store and look at some shoes. The phone rang right after I took her hand. Ellipses.
Well, are you gonna answer it?
Ellipses.
Is that okay?
I now of all times. With hesitation, I pressed the talk button. Hello? Yeah? I immediately covered my mouth with my hand to muffle my conversation. As I talked, I used my gaze and my hand to direct Tsubaki. To stop her from hearing the call, I intentionally pulled away from her. Tsubaki must have also understood my intentions, as she did not attempt to close the distance as we walked. Ellipses. Ellipses. Yeah. Right. I'll try to take care of it. The call continued. Tsubaki followed me silently, her face not seeming the slightest bit dissatisfied. Yes, I apologize. It looks like this is going to drag on for a long time. I held out my hand like a repentant Buddhist, telling Tsubaki I was sorry.
Don't worry about it.
She spoke softly, with that radiant smile still on her face. With her considerate and well-meant blessing, I kept on talking. The call was finally over. Whew.
You must be tired. Is that a call about your job?
Yeah. It was pretty serious, actually.
Please don't worry about me. You can take a call anytime.
I'm sorry. I don't think calls that long will come around too often, though. After I pulled myself together, we walked over to the department store. We found most of what we were after.
We sure bought a lot.
I learned this from an incredible person. It's the best that one buys his daily necessities in a single trip. This way, one won't waste extra time.
I'll remember that. I always wait until I've almost run out to buy things.
Hey, are you going to be able to carry all that? You're just one girl, you know. Well, that's why they have a boyfriend to carry all the stuff.
It's pretty heavy.
Then let me help you.
Thanks, Kyousuke-kun. You're so considerate.
That wasn't why I asked, but...
The shoes you bought are really pretty.
You're saying this because you want to know how much they would cost.
How'd you know that? But I really do think they're very pretty. Are they expensive?
Kinda. I may not say things like, fashion starts at the feet, but I tend to spend a lot of money on my shoes. They get scuffed easily. And also, you stand a lot. So,
Yeah,
comfortable shoes are a good idea.
I'll keep that in mind. Kyousuke-kun gave a fashion lecture, period.
Ellipses. Tsubaki is right by my side. She responds with a smile to every last word that comes out of my mouth. When is your birthday? Never mind. I wanted to give her a present on her birthday, at least. But I was too embarrassed to bring it up. I'm going home now. There's still some work left.
Okay. Are you coming over tonight?
I plan to.
See you later then.
I'll walk you to the train station. After hearing that, Tsubaki revealed an innocent childlike smile and took my hand. I went home, responded to some email, and emailed back some people who had left messages on my answering machine. My mind wasn't on it, though. I had too much fun today, and I'm even going to Tsubaki's house soon. Is it okay to spend time on things like this? I might be going out with her right now. But what can I stand to gain from such a relationship? Happiness.
Yeah.
From an economic perspective, spending money on having fun is a cost with no benefit. Happiness is a benefit, dude.
Yeah.
Even so, I'll be joining that family for dinner again tonight. I'm in a great mood. See, isn't that worth money?
Exactly.
I guess I could just think of it as a way to dispel stress.
You're allowed to be happy in your life, child. I don't think he recognizes that it's okay to want to be happy.
Ellipses. Ellipses.
Which is sad, actually.
Thank you for having me over again.
Think nothing of it. Try to see this as your own home.
As I feared, I was given a grand welcome.
You're already a member of our family.
She seemed to really believe that. Where's your dad?
Papa's in Osaka.
Osaka?
Yep, he took the first train today. I think he said he was going to see your uncle.
Ah. Looking to raise funds, probably.
Come now, dinner's ready.
The children sprang up from the other rooms. Surrounding a boisterous table, talking about matters of no importance, they managed to provide the atmosphere with an air of passion.
Oni-chan, take a bath with me.
Huh? Why me?
You gotta get clean.
This kid doesn't even know the meaning of the word stranger.
Hey, Hiroaki. Oni-chan is a very busy person.
Or says the girl carrying a load of laundry. No, it's alright.
Huh? Really? You're not worried about catching a cold on the way back? It's pretty chilly outside, you know.
It should be fine.
Hooray! Let's go then.
Meanwhile, the rest of the audience is wishing it was a trip to the bath with Tsubaki. Hiroaki dragged me into the changing room in a sprint.
That will require another sensor, probably.
Yes. It was a narrow, dirty bathroom. A good number of the tiles on the floor were starting to peel off. The gas heater clearly had trouble keeping the water hot.
Who's bigger, me or Oni-chan?
If I'm smaller than you, I'll kill myself. His big, endearing eyes warmed my heart. Exactly like Tsubaki.
Help me wash.
Oh, sure. With the soapy sponge, I helped him wash his entire body.
Now it's my turn. Huh?
Looking at my stomach, Hiroaki tilted his head.
It looks red. Is there a Mr. Worm in there?
Oh, you noticed. I was taken back to something that happened a long time ago. Back in the days when I wandered with Mum. That scar was from a box cutter after a bunch of heartless demons cornered me in the streets. Can you keep this a secret from your sister?
Why?
Just do it. Promise me.
Okay, got it.
It was natural for an underprivileged kid like me to be bullied. At the time, I didn't feel any anger or sadness. It's not even a big scar. If Tsubaki found out about it, she'd start worrying over nothing. Dude, she's going to see you naked. She's going to see the scar.
Yeah. Your back is so wide, Oni-chan.
Suddenly, something tickled my back. Hey!
Kyousuke-kun, I'm leaving to change your clothes out here.
Thanks. All right, Hiroaki. Let's count to 10 and then get dry and dressed.
Okay.
The so-called change of clothes happened to be underwear and pajamas that belonged to Tsubaki's father.
It was a really tight squeeze, wasn't it? Did you have a good bath? Yeah, it was awesome. I wasn't asking you, Hiroaki. I love your boyfriend, sis. He should take a bath with me tomorrow, too.
We'll see, kid. It's been a long time since I've taken a bath with someone. Wait, was this the first time I've had one with someone other than my parents?
Would you like something to drink?
Sure. Tsubaki always seems to be thinking of me. After my quiet answer, she scurried off to the kitchen, leaving only her footsteps to break the tranquility of the evening. I've been taking things really leisurely recently, and I don't know why, but my head hasn't hurt at all in the past 2 days. I stretched out on the floor. Even though this isn't my home, I have a peace of mind here that allows me to forget all my worries. Huh? Oh, I must have dozed off for a moment.
Kyousuke-kun, are you awake?
Did I fall asleep?
Why don't you stay here tonight?
Tomorrow's a day off, after all. Tsubaki left my side at my groggy reply.
Just wait here, I'll make you a proper place to sleep.
Oh, thanks. I'm horribly tired. When I close my eyes, it feels like my entire body is floating in the air.
You're plumb worn out, aren't you? You what, baby?
This home. Meaningless, nonsensical sleep talk. Wait, the demolition has already been scheduled.
Right.
I hear they're putting up a hotel.
Oh, really? Where did you hear that?
I wasn't able to answer Tsubaki's question. You don't really want to move, do you?
Not really.
Of course you wouldn't.
But you said it yourself before, Kyousuke-kun. We can make countless memories in a new place, too.
That's a good attitude.
Even so, there's still something lonely about the whole thing. I've been here ever since I can remember. To see all this disappear breaks my heart.
I'm sorry.
What for?
He is feeling guilty.
Yeah, he is.
Nothing. Never mind. Is this environment intoxicating me?
You're acting silly, Kyousuke-kun. I definitely have to record this in my diary.
I'm gonna steal that diary of yours.
No, you can't.
Let me see it.
You want to read it that badly?
Yeah.
Uh...
Tsubaki let out a tiny panicked noise, like that of a mosquito.
Fine.
Alright. Let's see it then.
No, not now.
Then when?
When something happens to me.
Huh?
If something ever happens to me, I'll put my diary somewhere conspicuous.
Come on. Don't talk like that. It sounds like a last will and testament. It was a meaningless conversation, but it brought a shred of warmth to my heart. My eyelids grew heavier.
Kyousuke-kun?
Ellipses. I'm not even sure if I responded to her or not. In a home where the residents were about to be chased out, I quickly fell asleep.
Stay with me forever, just like this.
It's been a week since I started going out with Tsubaki. During that time, I visited her house numerous times to eat dinner with her family. Tsubaki's siblings all call me Oni-chan. True to their word, they already treat me like an honest-to-God member of the family. It was the night before the big move that Tsubaki's father called me over. What did you say?
That's great. Oh wow, that's amazing.
No, I should be apologizing for making everyone worry. After hearing the good news, the entire family was exuberant. You managed to borrow 50 million yen? One of my cousins opened a company in Osaka. We were on bad terms after some arguments in the past, but after hearing the whole story, he agreed to help us. He must be a profoundly generous man. This is utterly unthinkable.
I'm kinda shocked to hear that this man knows how to have arguments with others.
Yeah. Was it a mistake to forego investigating the economic status of their relatives? He said he'd lend it to us for no interest and no collateral. He's truly done so much for us. How can something so stupid happen? I mustered all my strength and swallowed this sentence before it burst out. Even amongst family, to think that there would be a person who would lend an astronomical sum, such as 50 million yen, to people who clearly won't be able to pay it back. It's like throwing all that money into the gutter. Then again, if you consider Tsubaki's father's character, it's not impossible.
That's just incredible. You've always been gifted with the ability to move people.
And in this case, move people so you don't have to move.
Yeah.
Hey, don't be like that. I had to beg on my knees to get this. I'll never be able to lift my head in front of my cousin again. Well now, to think that your loan is actually repaid. Tsubaki's father borrowed 50 million yen from a company I introduced to him. Clearing the debt means he gets the collateral back. In other words, he gets to keep his land. And Kyousuke's a dead man.
Yeah.
Alternatively, one could describe the situation thusly. My entire plan has been ruined.
Not as planned, not as planned.
Mao's going to be pissed too.
Oh yeah.
Ah, Kyousuke-kun, even though you've prepared a new place for us to live, I'm still a farmer. This place may be dilapidated, but I want to live here. Ellipses.
Me too, Dad.
The family overflowed with joy, yet there I was, swamped with regret. You won't run into any issues with the interest? Unwilling to resign, I asked a question. We shouldn't. Those small-time lenders really kick you with it, but my cousin covered us. Family really does come through when you need them most. It's over. How will I answer to Sano? The Azai Corporation's reputation will suffer a monstrous blow from this. No, company be damned. The most terrifying thing of all is Gonzou, and I have to go report this to him.
This place is the best fit for us. Don't you agree, Kyousuke-kun?
Sure.
Demons like that kidnapper may exist, but it's good to know there are angels like my dad's cousin, too.
Tsubaki, who couldn't possibly understand my feelings at this moment, was laughing and talking with energy. Her whole family was laughing so innocently. That smile, those smiles, is that what draws angels to their aid? Amongst the crowd of happy faces, mine alone bore a false smile. Ellipses. Ellipses. I am a dead man. Time to face the music. It'll only be worse if you run. My lips trembled as I reported the information to Gonzou. He had listened silently to my report, but at long last, he slowly opened his mouth.
If it's already said and done, there's nothing we can do about it.
I apologize. This is all because of my negligence.
How much have we lost?
It won't be clear until I perform a thorough damage analysis. The worst-case scenario involves the canceling of our contract with Sano Corporation, which implies we'd be doing business as if pedaling barefooted from now on.
You picked the best strategy available, right?
Yes, sir.
You did everything you were supposed to do, right?
Yes, sir.
Then what have you been doing?
I immediately fell speechless.
Why didn't you investigate more?
Fuck. He's hit it dead on.
Livestock will even sell their parents if they need money. Why would they hesitate to beg from their siblings? I find it hard to believe you didn't know that.
I was careless.
What kind of punk decides to be so goddamn idiotic when so much is on the line?
He glared harshly at me, with bloodshot eyes containing the dregs of anger.
Is this about a bitch?
My spine froze.
I get it now. You've fallen for that family's daughter.
Nothing can be hidden from Gonzou. I lowered my head like a prisoner awaiting his execution.
Kyousuke,
The beast groaned softly.
let's go for a drink.
Huh? My worst fears began to tear at my innards.
It's my treat.
Those fears manifested in the form of my quivering fingertips. Soon after, I was riding downtown in Gonzou's car. The man himself didn't say a thing as we drove along. He only stared at the hungry, lustful neon signs. The driver's eyes were wide open, silently screaming to me in fear through the rear-view mirror.
Yeah, me too, friend.
His fingers on the wheel, his wide shoulders covered by a suit jacket. His entire body seemed so rigid. He was deeply afraid of Gonzou tonight. The high-end club we went to downtown was saturated with heat, cigarette smoke, and an insane lust for money. The moment Gonzou and his entourage showed their faces, the normal customers all fled like scared rabbits towards the exit. There are around 10 people here, each with an atrocious, horrific face. All of them surround Gonzou. Looking around, there were only tight perms, slick-back crew cuts, and baldies. And as if they were some social norm or law about it, everyone was wearing vulgar decorations.
Everyone's here, right?
Gonzou looked around the floor with his sharp eyes. I am legitimately terrified right now.
Yeah.
Today is a day worth celebrating. Drink.
Gonzou laughed, and in a contrast, shivers ran down the angry faces of those around him.
My son, Kyousuke, got a proper bitch for the first time.
Serpentine glares from all 10 people concentrated on me. I am really scared right now.
Yeah.
Is that true, son? Is she from a good family? The one calling me son is the underboss of the organization, Horibe. He stands as number 2 within the group. But there's an immense difference in power between him and Gonzou, the man at the top.
Oh wow, what a surprise! To call us out so suddenly, I thought you were planning to level some other organization.
This huge bald man happens to be the former professional wrestler Grizzly Ijima. He was chased out of the sport after half-killing his production owner in a crime of passion, and is said to have been wandering the streets when he was picked up by Gonzou. Ever since then, he's been Gonzou's bodyguard. Gonzou almost always keeps him at his side when he goes out.
I fully understand how busy you all are. I'm sorry for making you join me for this.
What are you talking about? If it's for the young master, not one of us would miss it for the world. Am I right, guys?
Horibe's inquiries and shouts serve to synchronize everyone's opinions.
Isn't that just great, Kyousuke?
Having the topic suddenly turn to me made me want to instinctively curl up. I'm right there with you, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm very glad that everyone can be here to celebrate with me. Please don't kill me. This is the only thing I can say. Everyone held up their cups and cheered. High-grade alcohol, stuff going for 200,000 yen per bottle, was brought to the table. Everyone in the family downed their drinks in the order of their power. Here and there, the sound of insults mixed with cheers as they clicked glasses. I was seated at the seat of honor, forced to calmly deal with each and every wicked face in the crowd. The amount of cigarette smoke in the air was like murder on my lungs.
Hey, you. Are your parents well?
After a while, Gonzou asked a question to the man in charge of pouring the drinks. The moment Gonzou opened his mouth, the crowd which had been so loud only a moment ago ceased all sound. No matter how insignificant his sentence was, it was enough to turn the savage lions into cowardly kittens. My mom died when I was 3. What about it? The man was terrified, as if he'd committed a blunder.
What about you, Horibe?
Mine? As you know, boss, they're still in jail.
Ijima? I wasn't born in this country. They should be farming in my homeland right now. I see.
Gonzou repeated the same question to everyone in the room. Every last one of them had some family problem. One's father disappeared, another's mother became a prostitute, one man went to juvie after stabbing someone, a few were forced to pay back someone else's debt, several had used drugs to escape reality, and practically all of them had their lives destroyed by some drinking or gambling habit.
What the hell? Is there a single decent person among you?
Vulgar laughter permeated the room. It was a dark laugh of self-abandonment, telling me that they'd accepted the fact that life had given up on them.
Do you think it's unfortunate, Kyousuke?
Yes? Everyone here already knows his place. Not one thinks his life has been unfortunate. They can no longer accept pity from anyone. No one here has hope this world will become fair. They know only this, the primary rule of survival. Corner the weak and obey those with might. The word family probably doesn't mean much to anyone following such a law. Nevertheless, Gonzou brought together the deep creases on the brow of his open-hearted face as he said,
But aren't we different?
At that, everyone's face tightened. I finally realized Gonzou's true intentions. Gonzou slowly surveyed everyone in the group, choosing finally to settle those eyes and the unending darkness they bear on me.
We are family, correct?
His eyes threatened me, preventing me from saying yes or no. His next line sounded like it had been taken straight from a family drama, yet it had more akin to a scene in a dark novel when passing through Gonzou's mouth.
Family doesn't betray blood, does it?
Yes! Everyone answered with a voice so loud it was as if they were trying to fill the club. Gonzou smiled with satisfaction. A trained dog won't howl at the wrong time.
Kyousuke, isn't this great?
Yes? A sensation of falling into a bottomless swamp rushed towards my heart. Gonzou had just proclaimed before all these people that he won't let me escape. Betrayal means death. That is the law of blood that Gonzou and I share. This swamp has no bottom. Endless fathoms await me. Gonzou hounds me with that cruel mind of his.
Hey, give that thing to Kyousuke.
One of the people around him moved. After a few minutes, a black briefcase was presented to me. Everyone present was staring at its contents with greed.
There are 5,000 of them.
The 10,000 yen bills were all neatly lined up.
I've never given you any money, have I?
Fear burned the bottom of my heart. From the eyes of an outsider, this just looks like a father celebrating with his son. But since Azai Gonzou is a textbook case miser, there's no chance of that.
Take it. It can go towards repaying your debt.
An unpleasant sweat coated my skin, and my stomach ached. Everyone threw their odd gazes at Gonzou. The father that has never given an allowance before now picked an occasion worth celebrating to give an astronomical sum to his son. It's enough of a performance. As long as we follow the great man, there's no need to worry about money. Thus, their loyalty is renewed.
Congratulations, son. You've got such a wonderful father.
How can I be happy? If I accept his 50 million, then I've received Gonzou's favor. How many fortunes will I have to earn before I can repay this?
What? Don't hold back.
Gonzou's cruelty and cunning has made me an offer I can't refuse. Everyone here is holding his breath, waiting for the moment, the climax of the celebration. A refusal would disgrace the boss. Everyone would turn their fangs towards me. Once again, I felt a mix of respect and fear for being known as Azai Gonzou. Thank you very much, Father. Gonzou is still staring at me, as if probing, waiting for my next sentence. I will spend my life repaying this kindness. Gonzou brought the corner of his mouth nearly to his ear.
That's good, Kyousuke. You're an outstanding son.
Like a released arrow, the beasts rose their voices in a cheer. The 50 million he gave me is heavy in my arms. The money I just received so easily was enough to save Tsubaki's family. But to me, right here in this club, it's certainly not worth the same amount. I can't possibly see this as worth the same amount. The dark feast continued until dawn. Tsubaki and her ilk can do nothing but bemoan their fate now. I sealed my heart for good this time, once again submitting to the role of Azai Gonzou's prized livestock. Ellipses. Megalipses. I need to rethink my strategy. No matter what I have to do, I absolutely must force Tsubaki's family to move out. This is Kyousuke. Hello. I need to apologize for calling you at this time. Actually, I got into direct contact with Sano Corporation's Mr. Someya. I don't know why, but the Director of Senior Management has been personally entrusted to look over this matter. It's like receiving an imperial decree. No matter what, the Azai Corporation must fulfill this request. That's the whole story. I was hoping we could discuss this and possibly extend the deadline a few more days.
No, that won't be necessary. I've already hired someone else.
Someya's reaction was surprisingly cold. Someone else, you say?
Don't worry. We have many connections with the Shinnei group.
Shinnei is a powerful organization within the Sowa Alliance. Its influence takes a close second behind Gonzo's Sonoyama group. Right now, it's still a group consisting of stubborn militarists. They're always at odds with Gonzo's economic focus. Even in my worst nightmare, I wouldn't have thought that our business would be stolen by them. 2 weeks. No, can you give me 10 days? I swear to you, I will meet and exceed your expectations.
Look, the Azai Corporation shies away from violent methods, correct? We're already prepared ourselves to make that jump, so we went through the trouble of finding experts in that area.
If you request it next time...
Next time what?
This asshole. We won't hesitate to use more extreme methods.
Alright, then you have a week.
This asshole is one hell of a veteran when it comes to these things. For all I know, he's never even talked to Shinnei. Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to continue working with you. Damn it. Even though I said that to Mr. Someya, I'm still at square one. From today on, we'll send a few threatening phone calls and disturbing visits their way. Still, in this modern age, it's too dangerous to force them to move. If things go wrong, I'll end up in the slammer. No, wait. Perhaps I could lay a little groundwork with the police's jurisdiction beforehand. That way, no matter how much fuss Tsubaki's family makes, the police won't act. Of course, this is different from avoiding a speeding ticket. It would require substantial cash. On the other hand, perhaps I could get a hold of a weakness of theirs. Ellipses. I worked long into the night, analyzing illegal and contemptible tactics. During that time, Tsubaki's smiling face surfaced in my mind again and again. Again and again, I'd feel her warmth in my arms. But every time, Gonzo's reward and the abhorrent faces of those 10-odd men stilled my heart once more. It's me. I want you to dig around a bit. Try to make it a section chief or something from the prefectural or metropolitan police department. That's right. There wasn't time to sleep. The evening of the next day, I was devising strategies to end this charade while spending time with Tsubaki. So, what do you think? Is this cafe too fancy for you too? Or are you comfortable?
This place is great. I think I could totally get into this kind of atmosphere.
After asking for my permission, Tsubaki took her cell phone out of her pocket.
It's from Mom.
Does she want you home?
No, she says she'll be taking care of all the housework today, so I should just try to enjoy my time with my boyfriend.
You guys sure are close.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, in my case, if your mom says it's okay, you should hang out with me a bit longer.
Okay,
Tsubaki seemed to be wavering.
but only for a little bit. If I go home too late, Mom will be...
Don't you think it's tiring to carry so much responsibility in your family?
tiring? My life's always been like this, but I've never thought of it as tiring.
Right after she finished, Tsubaki's brow furrowed.
Sorry, that was a lie. After the kidnapping incident put my family through so much, I've gone bad.
Bad?
Yeah. A while back, I wanted nothing more than just to forget about all the annoying things and spend time with you instead. I wanted to say, screw my brothers and sisters, screw preparing dinner. I'm gonna just go have as much fun as possible.
So what?
Huh? Oh, well. I was just surprised I had those selfish moods too. How should I say it? I'm just not the goody two-shoes everyone thinks I am. And I won't do just anything for my family. It's like... Oh, what am I rambling on about now?
You're still goody two-shoes.
Yeah.
Panicking, she pulled out her diary from somewhere. No, there's no need for the diary. That just means you're a human being, Tsubaki.
Right. I'm a human. My grumbling stomach proves it.
Tsubaki said it so brightly, gently holding onto my arm. All right then, let's go get a bite to eat. What do you want?
Anything's fine. I'll follow wherever you go, Kyousuke-kun.
Her head was rubbing up against my arm. Out in public, she innocently lets me spoil her. For me, who's really sensitive to other people's attention, this is discouraging. Still, I admire her purity. I brought Tsubaki to a nearby restaurant that I go to often. Tsubaki seemed to really care for busy spots such as this, and just like always, she jotted the location of the place into her diary. Say, why do you enjoy writing in your diary?
Huh? I'm not really sure.
When did you start the habit of writing?
I started when my dad bought me a diary when I was little. That thing's been fixed so many times, yet it's still barely holding together. So, Kyousuke-kun, why do you love classical music?
Who knows? Maybe it's because my family loved it. I still remember my father playing Air on the G string.
Oh, it was because of your dad too. You're just like me.
She giggled happily. However, I'm nothing like you. The many differences between my family memories and yours are like the differences between the sky and the depths of a chasm. Tsubaki? Tsubaki was studying my face from below.
What, baby? Are you cold?
Nope, just a bit uneasy. Can I really have a normal relationship with Tsubaki? Can Tsubaki, a person who grew up surrounded by happiness, possibly understand me well enough to be my girlfriend? Moreover, can I really force someone like her out of her own home?
Is it your job?
Yeah, something like that.
If there's anything I can do, just say so.
Anything, huh? Then convince your father to sell your home to Sano. I can't really just come out and say that. After the man went through all that trouble to get the money so they wouldn't have to move, so that his family could finally calm their hearts. Alright, I will. Anyway, let me walk you home.
It's okay. I can get home by myself. You're busy, right?
No, I insist.
Really?
In truth, she's right. There's no more time to play around. Oh God, what are you planning? Within a week? No, 6 days. I need to conceive and execute some new scheme.